everyone. I wanted to see, are you feeling stuck in your career right now as a woman in leadership? Do you feel like there's a glass ceiling that you are having a very hard time trying to break? Well, I'm going to share with you at least two reasons why women in leadership specifically struggle sometimes with their career advancement and why sometimes we just feel really stuck. I know I personally have felt stuck before. A lot of the women that I work with in my coaching settings feel stuck too. And so I think sometimes it's good just to talk about it and see exactly why are some of the reasons that we feel stuck in our careers. So, the first reason that a lot of times women will feel stuck in their careers, or they feel like they're not moving forward like they want to, or they may feel like there is that glass ceiling that they look up and see the glass ceiling but they're not able to break it, is because we are too busy. We are too busy as women. We have oftentimes so many things we have to take care of. We have families, we have friends, we have our careers, we have people that we work with in terms of employees. Most of the time, if you're in some form of a leadership role, you are managing employees. And so a lot of people tend to struggle with this. They tend to struggle with it a lot because their time is being given to everyone else but themselves. And so that can be very challenging when you are trying to develop your career and make forward movement, because you just are not able to give yourself the time to just pause and think and reflect about where you are, where you want to be, and how you can get there. So, one solution to this challenge is to make time. And so I use this analogy a lot, and I hope that it resonates with someone here watching today. Is that if you have ever flown in an airplane, the pilots always tell you if something happens to the plane and the plane is going to go down, you have to take care of yourself first before you take care of anybody else. You have to put the oxygen mask on yourself first, right? So I encourage you as a woman in leadership to take just a few moments to put the oxygen mask on yourself first, because a lot of us, honestly, we literally need an oxygen mask on ourselves because we are suffocating. We're not able to take care of ourselves. We're not able to take care of everyone else, and all of that. I appreciate y'all for joining today. Hello, how y'all doing today? Thank you so much for joining. So I just went over, hi Carmen. So I just went over one of the reasons why women tend to struggle and are not able to break that glass ceiling in their careers, for those of you who just joined. And that first reason is that we are too busy as women. We're way too busy as women. We have too many things going on. We are not able to get a chance to take time for ourselves and be able to just relax. So I see Games here. Hello, Games. Hi, how are you? So wanted to say hello, but that is some of the reasons why women really do struggle in this particular area. We just are too busy. We don't take time for ourselves. And as I was saying a moment ago, we have to put the oxygen mask on ourselves first before we take care of everybody else. And so keep that in mind as you're trying to break that glass ceiling as a woman in leadership. You have to take care of yourself. And so the solution to that is to make time for yourself. You have to put the equivalent of an oxygen mask on yourself at all times. At least carve some time out of your schedule, ladies, to help you be able to just relax, think about yourself, think about your career, where you want to go, what are the challenges you're facing, and etc. A coaching setting is always a great place for that. That is giving you that dedicated time. That's what I do with a lot of my clients, but that's a solution that you can start working on today. So the second reason why women tend to struggle in their careers and are not able to break that glass ceiling that they want to break in their careers is that they limit themselves. Oftentimes, as women in leadership roles, and my baby's in the back, but oftentimes in leadership roles, we as women, we think big, but not big enough. Do you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times there's so many things we have that we want to accomplish in our careers. But then sometimes we get in settings, especially as it relates to us being as professionals, where our ideas are maybe not recognized, or perhaps we are talked down to, or maybe someone just completely ignores what we have to say when we're in a boardroom and we're talking to a group of people. Oftentimes, those very subtle things can really impact you as a person and make you think that, well, I have this really big idea, but I don't know if I really can do it or not. So it's just something to keep in mind. These are some of the reasons that I see my clients struggle. I have personally dealt with them myself because it's hard. Can be very, very hard when you're not thinking big. So, what can you do to think big and to address this? You should think big. Think about those big goals you have. Nothing is really impossible to a certain extent, right? So there's always things that you can do to help you think big. So I encourage you, ladies, when you have these goals, you have these dreams, you have this vision of your life that you want to live, think big. It's okay to think big because guess what? When you are placing yourself in a space where you are thinking big, no matter what challenges you're facing right now, what limitation you feel like you are basically putting yourself in your programming your subconscious mind to think really big too, and to continue to try to achieve those goals. So I hope that this information is helpful. For those of you who are just now joining, hello and welcome. Glad to see you all here. Thank you for joining. I just went over 2 big reasons why women tend to get stuck in their careers and they have a hard time breaking that glass ceiling. The first reason is because we as women in leadership, we are way too busy. We're way too busy. We're taking care of everybody else but ourselves. The second is that we limit ourselves in terms of our thoughts, in terms of our ideas, and what we are able to do. So I hope this information has been very helpful to you. If you need some support, reach out to me and sign up for a strategy session. I'll put it in the description below. If not, I have a lot of other videos that talk about different aspects of being a woman in leadership, developing your executive presence, developing your confidence, and mastering communication skills, which is something that women in leadership, we really have to be able to do. So if y'all don't have any questions, it's been a pleasure seeing you all again, and I hope you have a great day.